Ho, ho, ho. Hola, everybody. It is I, the Ackers. Oh, yes. You have just me, I'm afraid, at the moment, but don't you worry, everyone will be here later. Now, first of all, let me tell you about the thing that just happened a minute ago. So, I had the countdown ready. I'm being professional. I'm getting things sorted out. You know, we got, what was it? Countdown of 10 minutes. We're ready to go. And then I noticed this, I thought I had a spot right here. So I thought, okay, I'll just take a quick look at this this spot here. Clicked the mouse and moved everything over to the left. So about a minute and a half before we started, you may have seen the countdown move itself just slightly over to the left, at which point I was like, oh, Jesus. So, yeah, apologies for that. Yes, hopefully that's sorting itself out. Also, my camera, as per usual, is being a tad weird, but that's all right. I'm just sorting that now. Well, how is everybody doing? I hope it's a good week for you. You have entered what I am now calling Acker's Alley, because this is mine now. This is my this is my stream. As you can tell, I've ousted everybody else. Nobody else is allowed in. It is just me, myself, and I. No, in actual fact, everybody is busy bees at the moment. There was a possibility of not going ahead today, but turns out that we should have David and Josh in a bit later on. Hopefully, Carl might end up turning up as well. Ben, the lucky sod that he is currently on holiday. He's sent himself down to the Cornwall, which is of course not German, but in fact English, so the Cornwall. Yeah, he's absolutely loving it. So I literally chatted to him yesterday about it, and he said, I'll definitely maybe come along. And I was like, no, you won't. And he said, okay, I might be in the chat. So, so we'll let him off. But what are we going to do in this episode of Acker's Alley, which I suppose we'll see how long it lasts, depending on if everybody else turns up. Well, there's a few things we can do. I've got some ideas. I've got some silly, stupid things to do. And to be honest with you, depending on how long this lasts of me on my own, I have an idea for something brand new as well. And it kind of just depends on, yeah, how long things run. So if this runs for a long time, cool, we'll try something brand new and see how badly it goes wrong. But thanks for the love in the chat, really appreciate it. Josh, I can see, yeah, on the way soon, no problems at all. And yeah, thanks guys, really appreciate it. I want to talk to you because obviously this is a D&D and role-playing channel. I want to talk to you about films, okay? So I've been very, very lucky this week to have a little bit of time. Thanks, Josh. Yes, maybe I should just get on with it, but that's totally fine. Yes, I have been lucky enough to have a little bit of time to watch a couple of films recently. And I have just realised, let me just check. For some reason, I'm showing up as muted here, so I'm just going to double check that before I continue onwards. I bet you can hear me. Oh, it's fine. It was just the chat that was muted, but that's all right. Okie dokie. Again, the old camera being fun with me. Right, so films. Yeah, I had a really excellent amount of time where I was able to spend a bit of time just watching a couple of films, try and basically enjoy the week, which has been lovely. And what that has ended up meaning is I have watched two films that I've been trying to watch for a little while. One of these is D&D related and one of them is not. So I thought maybe we'll start with the D&D stuff first of all. Everyone's abandoned me, Baker Me. I think you'll find the chaos is very much going on. I am sweating. No, I'm not really. I'm absolutely fine. Do you know? Yeah, like I say, I'm. The rest of the guys will turn up at some point. So anyway, D&D films. What the hell am I talking about? Why would I talk about films and D&D in the same breath? And that is because I have watched Dungeons and Dragons. I've had to write it down. Honor Among Thieves. Which is a film that came out early this year, I think. And none of us got a chance to watch it that I'm aware of. But it would have been a really nice thing for us all to sit down and have a chat about. Now, it's a real shame that we didn't get a chance to do that. But, hold on a minute, I'm seeing something happening here. But I thought I would just have a quick moment to talk about that. Depending on if anybody else is turning up or if that is just my computer playing games. So, Honor Among Thieves. First of all, what a really fun film, I've got to say. The action in it was excellent. There were some really deep cuts, really interesting moments within that. Very role playing central, and there were things that happened where I was just like, ooh, will audiences that don't watch D&D get this? And I wonder if that's why it maybe didn't have the reception that it could have, because the way I thought about this is I think it is so close to the films that I would put it close enough to is Fast and Furious. That sounds nuts because it is, but David is hanging around, so we'll talk to him in a sec. But yeah, the reason I would say Fast and Furious, it is just a really fun, silly time. Like, there's nothing really sort of... It's all actiony and fun and adventure and things like that. It's all a little bit out there. It's all a little bit crazy. But it's just... You go there so you can kind of switch off a bit and just enjoy the day. And that's exactly how I found it. It was one of them switch-off adventures. Just, sit down and enjoy it a little bit. See what basically... happens throughout the film. But yeah, that was my personal take on it, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic for that kind of that kind of thing. Yeah, sorry, David. I can see you trying to join. Not quite sure why that's not on my end anyway. But yeah, I'll leave you to try and sort yourself out. In particular, I wanted to talk about a couple of people. I wanted to talk about a couple of people that I thought were really good in it. First of all, interestingly, Michelle Rodriguez was a barbarian in it. Barbarian, really interesting class to play in D&D. And they, she sort of very much sort of was that character. Sort of really gruff, really tough, sort of the big fighter of the party, the sort of almost the Bryn of the party, where she was just standing there taking hits and whacking everybody as much as she possibly could. Which, yeah, I thought she did that so well. Really fun character, but sort of one-dimensional, but in a way where you're like, I like that dimension. That's pretty good. I enjoy that. Chris Pine as well. He was playing a bard, just like our lovely Belize Kyle plays, and I think he was exactly the right person to have in that lead role. He wasn't my favourite character, definitely, but he was the sort of, the star power you need to bring people to this film, and he did really well in it. He was, he played up to the bard stereotypes and things like that. He had a little lute and things and was playing along with that, and that was really great fun. But yeah, he did very, very well with that. Who else? Ah, yes. There are a few others. David, again, I could see you coming up. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you're going to be popping in a sec. Hey, hold on a minute. Now, I can't hear you. Hey, there he is. I can hear you now.
You're coming through. What are you coming through? Mic-wise.
Oh, why? Am I sounding a bit rubbish, am I?
You sound a bit like something else is it's not coming through your headset.
Alrighty, I'll have a quick play around and see if I can work that one out. But I do have like a ton of headsets, so...
Or Discord was like, you need to change your username, sorry.
Oh, don't. Oh, I know.
That's why I can get the video up.
Yeah. Alrighty. It seems to be happy with where it's coming through, but I'll try a few things out. Anyway, maybe it's just you at the moment, actually. Just looking at... I'm noticing I'm covering up everybody here, but that's all right. Yeah, I'll just leave things as they are.
Yeah, we don't.
Hopefully in the chat, let me know if it's not working very well, if it sounds rubbish for you, but hopefully it's
I think you sounded actually all right on Twitch when I was on.
Yeah. I wonder if I'm coming through the...
You come through Discord, because I can see your...
Yeah. I seem to be. Yeah, I seem to be all right on the stream that I can see anyway. But if not,
yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say this because I won.
Well, hey, yes, excellent. Well, I tell you what. Shall I change this over from Akazali to what it should be really, and that is, of course, Rolly Recap. Yeah, we do have a title now. Yay. Although I've realised my entire head is covered by it. Maybe we make that a little smaller. If I can get hold of it. Anywho, did you hear what I was talking about? The D&D...
the movie.
Yeah. Do you know what? Very fun, very interesting. I was talking about a couple of the characters. So I mentioned as well, or was going to mention as well, Justice Smith, who I found out isn't related to Will Smith. So don't you ever dare say that again. I know you didn't, but I was literally like, oh yeah, it must be one of Will Smith's kids, and I literally found out today. I was like, no, it is not. Don't ever say that. He was really good. He was some sort of wizard. I can't remember what kind. It was some sort of conjurer or something like that. I just can't remember what kind. And he was like the one who had to believe in himself, as you have.
The sorcerer dude.
Yeah, exactly. You needed somebody to,
Little shitty sorcerer.
Yeah, but he was very good in it. He's very good. Bacon Me says I should make my head smaller. My head is very small already.
There's our shitty little.
I'll bring this down a bit more.
Are they still a shitty little sorcerer on his way?
Who's that? Sorry,
Josh.
Josh. Yes, I think he's still on his way from the sounds of things. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, he was really good. So, playing as that. It was a really cool druid in it as well. Like, there's a owlbear that was awesome. That was really fun.
What are they called? Doric.
Doric, that's the one. Yeah. Have you watched it in that case, or?
I've seen the movie a couple of weeks ago.
Oh wow! Okay then, what was your?
Quite a while ago.
Oh okay. What was your take on it in that case?
Yeah, I think it was definitely. I'll say it was definitely for the D&D peeps. Because it was kind of like. I found it was some good jokes in there, very kind of comical. I feel, you know what it felt like to me? Just like us at the table.
Yes. Yeah.
It was very kind of. Josh said this as well when he kind of hinted at me. A drive back from filming. Must have been. Maybe we had filmed D&D, but it's but kind of saying it's like an adventure into another adventure into another adventure.
Yeah.
And I think that's just like a normal game of D&D, to be honest, and like just really crap jokes, but they're great at the same time. I was surprised by the jokes. I thought it was gonna be like the very like try hard, but there were some good ones in there actually.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I think someone coming in not knowing D&D might struggle a little bit.
Yes, I agree with that. Deep cuts,
I think
definitely.
they'd be alright, but they wouldn't enjoy it as much as someone who knows D&D.
I mean, there was moments like they use sending stones, which is essentially like D&D walkie-talkies, basically.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Whereas you'd just be like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you all holding stones and you can hear each other
Speaking to a rock.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I think you can easily lose people with that sort of stuff. And that was, not weird, just, maybe they didn't need to go into all that stuff so much. But, in the grand scheme of things, I thought that they did really, really well. So, yeah, I have to say, I really enjoyed it. I think there's a cameo from Bradley Cooper, and I thought that was very fun. That's sort of subverting expectations kind of thing of him coming in. Really interesting.
It was super heisty.
Oh yeah, gee, isn't it just? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I've got to say, I didn't expect it to be that sort of heisty. But for me, standout has got to be Hugh Grant. I thought he was.
Who? Sorry.
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
Yes.
Have you seen him in interviews about this movie?
No, not at all. Why? Oh no, is he bad? Oh, that's a shame.
He's just like, he's good in the film.
Yeah. But
he's just a rude man.
Oh, that's a shame.
He's just a rude man. He's like, what do you know? Don't know, nothing. Like, there was no. He was just like, I just did a film.
Yeah.
And
that's a shame.
That's all I need to do, right? I feel like that's Hugh Grant in a nutshell.
Oh,
I mean, Hugh Grant was playing Hugh Grant.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that is true.
I've met Hugh Grant.
I've
served Hugh Grant.
Yes.
His sausage and mash, or a steak, I think it was.
Yeah.
Back in going back to my usual stories about the place I used to work.
Of course.
Rubbing it all to you guys. But he's literally what he's like in real life and in his films and in his interviews. Apparently, he's just Hugh Grant.
Oh, that's a shame. I always remember. Oh, what's it? It's in Family Guy where they take the mick out of him, and he's just the word they use. Oh gosh, I'm so charmingly befuddled. And that's the way I always think of him. But yeah, maybe.
Yeah, no, but he was good in it. I can't say he was just because, like, I've met him.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Mm.
Like, he was good. I can't say he was bad.
Yeah.
I can't.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I mean,
He's nice. He knows how to act.
Yeah, I'll take your word on that because, yeah, you can imagine I haven't met him personally. I can only say that I enjoyed him in the film. I thought, he's essentially the sort of smooth talking bad guy, essentially, and I thought he played that well at least. And maybe that's because he actually is a smooth talking bad guy. Aha! Brought it back. But yeah, enjoyable film. I definitely recommend it. But yeah. More deep cut than I would expect. I was very surprised by that. Actually, I wanted to mention just one more guy, which is now that I say it, I now have to say his name, and I cannot. So bear with me as I say Regjon Page, who is Mr. Bridgerton. That's how I know him. I've never watched Bridgerton, but I know he's the guy from that, and he plays the paladin, the Zenk.
Oh, and he was actually really good.
He was really good, but I feel like he was just playing himself.
Like, the guy, he's like so righteous and all this, but he can't get the hint. He's really not a people person.
Yeah,
he's just like he's like that really like smart kid at school, but just doesn't get people.
Yeah. Yes.
I feel like, he's like, hey, I'm OP, but, I don't even realize it.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm just doing the pencil pencil pusher, like, he's a really, like, well-behaved person, doesn't want to break the rules in the office.
Exactly.
Or a workplace. He's like, guys, we gotta follow protocol. Like, he's like, he's like, health and safety. Like, he's that person where everybody's like, chill, man. Like, it's not that deep.
What are you doing over there? Bending the rules? How dare you?
What's that?
Are you bending the rules again? How dare you?
Oh god.
But he was very good. He was very good as well.
It reminds me of because it's so funny when you talk to people from Germany and you talk about trying to, like, I don't know, cross the lights when the green man's not going. They're like, it's fine, we'll just go. It's like, no, we cannot.
Yeah.
Like, they're so strict.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, they've got.
They
think
we have to obey the law. It's like, no, you're allowed to cross this. No, we're gonna wait for the green man. Like, we're not doing that. If you do this, I will disown you as a friend, and we'll disown you from society. Like, it's literally they can't get their heads around doing something outside of the rules.
That's right.
And this is what this paladin felt like to me, and he played it so well. It was so funny.
Yeah,
like, he just understand certain situations. He's like, what?
He played it exceptionally well. I was really impressed with that. He was like the anti-Breeze for me. Like, Breeze is like, the rules, but whereas he was like, no, follow them completely and exactly, which was really
That's
fun.
why he died.
Yeah.
Follow the rules, mate.
Exactly. I was going to mention another film, but let me know if you don't want to hear about it if you haven't watched it yet, which is the new Spider-Verse film. Have you seen it at all?
No.
Okay. I'm going to be incredibly generic and take like a...
I've even seen the one before it.
I've
seen Spider-Verse.
I can't believe you haven't seen it. Anywho, I watched it this week, and I'll be generic and not give any spoilers, but it's really good. I need a minute. I need a minute, guys. David, I'll leave it in your capable hands. No, it was really good, really fun. Just so well put together. There's moments here I was just like, hell yes, this is a film. Like, I could watch this for a long time. Like, it was really fun.
It took 4 years to make, didn't it?
Sorry?
It took 4 years to make, didn't it?
Something like that. Yeah. It has taken a long time. I feel
Yeah,
like the first one was.
good animation takes a long time.
Yeah, yeah. I think the last one was 2019. So yeah, but yeah, really impressed. They again smashed it out of the park. The one thing I would say, hey, here we go, here we go. One thing I would say is it just took a little bit long at the end, which was a bit of a shame. Way, look who's
the best film I've seen this year by a long way.
Yes, absolutely, I agree.
By a long, long way.
Yeah, I was about to say, look who's decided to turn up. But yeah, you're now you've said that. I'm like, no, actually, you're right. You're absolutely fine. But yes,
So good.
I agree. I agree 100% with you. Yeah, really.
David, you're completely missing out by not watching the first one.
Mhm.
That's also
Right. I will.
the best.
Where can I watch that? Where can I watch that?
Quite an awkward. I think it's somewhere quite awkward.
Mm.
But I will say, I think Dark Knight trilogy, still the best superhero films. If you're going to take it as a comic book film, Spider-Verse. The first Spider-Verse was the best comic book film I'd ever seen
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like how it translates from the comic book, from like a comic book, the idea of comic books.
Like from comic book.
The second one I kind of felt was better than the first one, which is impressive.
I agree.
And I think it's now on course to challenge the Dark Knight trilogy as the best superhero films non-stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's that level. It's that high.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. I can only agree with that. I thought, yeah, I was incredibly impressed with what they put out, and yeah, I can only say if they can hit the same benchmark again, brilliant. But just one question: did that last 20 minutes or so feel stretched to you?
How should I put this?
I could watch on Amazon.
Well, no, probably not in the way that you're thinking. I was surprised by the end because I've never heard a reaction like that in a theater to the very end, without spoiling anything.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Minefield, absolute minefield.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have to say, one of the only times I've ever sat in a cinema and seen a round of applause at the end of a film.
Wow.
Ooh, that's rare these days.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah.
Very rare. Not in this. Well, in America, they fucking anything.
Oh, of course. Hello, American viewers.
Yeah. For the UK, like that never happens.
No.
I can think of maybe like one other time.
Yeah.
So.
That is unheard of.
Just, I know I'm like raising expectations here, but like honestly,
it's worth it.
What a film!
Yeah.
What a fucking film!
Yeah.
The only time I experienced that was when the first Paranormal Activity came out.
Ooh, yeah.
Interesting. I can understand why, because it's unexpected.
It wasn't applause, but there was just a absolute, because it's a horror film. Yay, horror! You know, it was more like everybody. There was just a buzz. It was so good.
Interesting.
It was sold out. I went with my girlfriend at the time, and it was amazing. And we connected. It's like people connect to the room without, in a horror level. And it's so funny. There was one time where I go and everybody, and then you just hear, "No, it's not funny," because a boyfriend or something probably said, "It's like you shake bag," and everybody fucking started in the theater laughing. It was amazing. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, much as streaming services and that are fantastic, and the fact that you can go and watch whatever you want wherever you want is fantastic. Like experiences like that in a cinema, unbelievable. And that's what that's the benefit of going to the cinema. It's very rare these days that you get that kind of reaction. To be honest, the last time I had any sort of reaction, well, from the crowd like that was when I watched Infinity War, I think, or maybe Endgame, because they were just like big events. But that was all like hardcore Marvel fans. But this, which I think was just a kind of generic audience, albeit on Leicester Square, so a cinema audience, was. Yeah, like you never get that.
No, No.
So
Sorry, Josh, just a technical from me, which is you're just a tiny bit quiet. I don't know if there's anything you can do from your end. But...
I can.
Yeah.
I can do that. Is
Yeah.
that better?
That sounds better to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually it's coming through a lot better. Yeah, there you go. Baker Me has just said talk up. Yeah, go on.
Well, there you go.
You're usually such a loudmouth. That is actually perfect.
Let
Yeah.
me sit here and eat then.
Yes, lovely. Oh, it's on a mukbang.
AMSR,
Yeah.
whatever it's called, part of the stream.
Just give us a load of as you're going along, yeah. I did want to shout out one person from the Across the Spider-Verse for me, which was Daniel Kaluuya. I thought his character was awesome.
Yeah.
Really.
There's a really interesting thing. I don't think this is spoiling anything to say.
Hmm.
So that character, Hobie, is Prowler in one of the comics.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. That's really interesting.
Yeah, I found that out afterwards. And I was like, oh, that's fascinating. Considering.
Yeah.
So good. So good. I'll see it again.
Yeah, I
We
definitely
do that on our Sunday night.
Well, that was going to be the next thing I was going to suggest talking about is what the hell have you two been up to?
I've been at work.
Yeah, I know. Not today. I meant like I know you were up in Scotland doing a thing.
I was. And then I wasn't.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it as far as that? We can't say any more than that.
No.
Oh.
Well, David, it's your show. You sell it. I'll sit there and eat.
Oh, do I have to? No. Yeah, no, we've taken the show that some of you have seen, Sanctuary, to Edinburgh. Oh, that was the old one. Yeah, we got some fancy new promotions for the new show.
Cool.
Well, it's not the new show, but it's new for Scotland. So we're been working away. We've got a new dancer, so we've been getting them up to speed and everything. They're absolutely smashing it, actually. They're picking up things so fast. And we're day 3, and we've nearly caught them all up.
Wow. God damn.
It's been that pretty good. So, safe to say, that helps me relax as a choreographer a little bit. So we just keep pacing what we're doing. We're doing good. There was a couple of design things that didn't quite work out, but we've managed to really quick, and we're getting everything sorted by tomorrow, getting deliveries. So we're building a good system. First time we've also brought on Olivia, who's a mental health arts coordinator. Kind of one of the things we're trying to build in the company outside of just making dance, of how we create systems where just make better company culture environments and look after people. And I mean, Olivia's been absolutely fantastic so far, so I can't complain. And yeah, it's been really interesting seeing that side of things and developing that side of the company's, I guess, I don't know what you call system structure. But yeah, it's been really great. And then it's been really great.
It's been huge.
That's on the 8th of July. We're doing the Edinburgh show. So we're finishing up in Glasgow end of the week. Josh should be arriving dead of night on the Friday night. And then we're going to do our travels up to Edinburgh. So, and then we're there for the rest of the week, Monday to Friday, and then Saturday we're performing.
Wow. I mean, if my travel goes anything like my travel coming
I know. I said that, and I looked.
So it went very well, did it?
It all went perfectly well. I definitely didn't suffer from a ton of delays and get home at 2 a.m.
Ouch.
And then get up at 6:30.
Oh God. Yeah.
So that was fun.
Man.
Yeah. Things.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
But Baker Me has very kindly put in the chat, Sanctuary is a brilliant show. I don't know what she was watching.
I agree.
I don't know what she was watching. Absolute rubbish. I mean,
no. Some other thing called Sanctuary, probably.
Yeah. No, genuinely, I was impressed.
You on ITV4, you know.
Yeah. No, I was really impressed. I've
been seeing the word Sanctuary everywhere at different places recently. Getting haunted by it. Following me everywhere, even outside the studio.
Yeah.
And that sanctuary is a popular name for places that shelter people, like buildings.
Unheard of.
Funny that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, driving past a sign that said the Sanctuary Gym. So, even that.
There you go.
It's an odd name, but fair enough. Yeah.
Little tipple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely time. Yeah. So it's on in Edinburgh on the 8th. If you happen to be watching this, camera's there. And you're in Edinburgh on the 8th.
Yeah. We'll be shooting some new footage and stuff as well. We're going to get some nice new stuff because we're hopefully going to be touring. The Scottish Touring Fund. Actually, I was told by a great Scotland person it was going to open in August, and it opened yesterday.
Wow.
But we've got till September. We've already been talking to people, so it's a good thing I have. And then we got to get on that. And hopefully we'll tour in Scotland. There's also rural touring for England. So hopefully we'll be doing stuff with that. We coordinate with Hattie for that. So that'll be fun. So hopefully EQ's going to do a UK tour, basically, next year. If it all works out.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That'll be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It'll be the first for the company, a first tour. So be interesting to see how it all goes. How do we do the thing that we do for one show or do several times a week? Or maybe
should also add that this particular show and rehearsal period is indeed funded by Creative Scotland.
Scotland have been very nice to fund us.
I don't mean to cough at Creative Scotland, but I cough at you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Creative Scotland. That was a nice little budget you dropped for us. So
it's
going all right.
Yeah.
And how much of that's going to my pockets?
What? What did you say?
Come on.
Maybe indirectly in the form of D&D figures.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Roll D100.
D100. That's how many pennies you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
pennies. You thought it was pounds. No.
Roll a D100, then times it by 0, and that's how much.
Yeah, the budget.
Baker Me and my daughter wrote a song called Sanctuary. Oh wow, I'd like to hear that actually. Yeah, I can imagine it's really good. I've heard some of her singing, and she's an excellent singer. So yes, yeah, I'm not surprised at all that it was good. Fantastic. Right. Should we talk about D&D?
I suppose we shall.
Yeah.
D&D.
If we have to.
D&D movie also fun.
Yes.
I know you were talking about that earlier.
Yes. Yeah. You've seen that as well, have you?
I saw that a while back.
Ah, okay. I hadn't realised.
Yeah, good fun.
I agree. Yeah. Would you agree with me? So the way I put it, Fast and Furious, but D&D.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can very much see that. But to be honest, Vin Diesel, big D&D player.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe there was some influence already in terms of the crazy shenanigans. I don't know. D&D in space is not so much, but Fast and Furious did it. So maybe.
Well,
maybe.
we made the source book called Spelljammer, sorry, and that's about like D&D in space. I've not even looked at that.
There's like the other planets, isn't there?
Their space. Yeah.
Well, they are.
Which you can breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, D&D movie, good fun.
Title
More
on that.
fun if you played D&D.
Yeah.
And you get all the things.
All the things.
Totally agree.
I particularly loved. I will just say that it's right at the beginning of the film, where the main character is locked up, and they go through the whole thing of he's got this insane plan where he's going to grab this Aarakocra guy who's a winged humanoid bird person, and use him as a parachute to jump out of a thing because he's trying to break out from prison.
Yeah.
And he's going through the whole thing because he's trying to like convince the parole board to let him go. And finally, this Aarakocra walks in right at the end, and he grabs him and he jumps and he escapes just as the parole board turn around and say, "But we were going to let you go anyway." I was like, that's such a beautiful,
excellent,
beautiful D&D moment where I was like, "You succeeded already. Why you no?"
You rolled well.
A bunch of idiots at your table.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. So,
I would know what that's like being a DM, and
No, not at all.
no, things never go wrong for you. So
yeah.
Alrighty. So
We have your usual 20s.
of
20
course,
points.
of course, my 20 points
Or-
are good to go. Of course, as usual. Do we have a D20 anywhere?
No.
Ah, well, give me a moment as I open the abyss in here and grab hold of one.
Be careful, it's dark in there.
It is dark in there. No moths.
Sometimes cold, sometimes really hot.
Yeah. Hey, D20.
Hey.
Number 7. Number 7.
Oh,
Oh, okay. This is actually quite a good one. As you know, most of mine are usually rubbish. Leamington takes a bite out of Deathcap and convinces him to come with.
bro, why?
And he also gains fire
I went-
resistance.
Oh, dude, you're a fucking terrorist.
That was really weird. Because the thing is he didn't want to do it. Like, he was sort of like, yeah, but I don't think I should do it. And then he was just like, no, it's happening now. It's like, we've talked about it enough. You said it's happening. We're doing it.
No, this is it.
Yeah.
And this is it. At no point did he say that was what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And it happened anyway.
Yeah.
At no point did he say he wanted to do that.
Yeah, I do kind of remember that because what did he say? One of the timid. I'm sure he said he wanted to nibble on him.
No, he said he wanted to threaten. He wanted to like mime biting him to threaten him. He never said he wanted to actually bite him.
I didn't hear that first part. I just heard biting and went, what?
It escalated so quickly from like
Well,
I want to pretend to like nom 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 nom
Do it.
to like okay, I guess it's happening now.
Yeah. It was really good.
But Ben being Ben just went with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I really
'Cause,
enjoyed
I said to him, so you're gonna bite him? And he went, yeah.
that.
No, he kept on saying, "No, I'm just miming."
Yeah. Oh
It
god.
was very funny. I was sat there going, "What's going on?"
It was hot as fuck that day.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
my excuse.
god.
It was.
Oh
was
my
so hot.
word.
I couldn't think
That was
straight.
a melting session.
So the last 3 episodes, which are 9, 10, 11, we filmed them all together, and we did a really long day. And God, it was one of the hottest days of the year. I don't think it was the hottest day, but it was boiling.
Yeah.
It was so hot.
I think as well, it's because there was a lot of like I think it got so drawn out because there's the first thing as a campaign where we've done like a big kind of finale like we did without spoiling, but also this whole thing of these moments of RP kind of like really like because you guys get big get a bit chaotic and you like trying to take each other out.
Yes.
Some sort of prank or some sort of steal something. So that takes a good chunk of the time. So I was like, oh, we're getting on quite late now.
Well, my hopes of watching the
For chaos time.
What does anyone expect anymore?
Yeah.
Like, there's no excuse. What are you expecting to happen? Oh, I know it's like, oh, we'll film a nice like 3 episodes in one day. I was like, we're here until midnight, aren't we? Let's be honest. I knew that at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Another 5 later.
It was.
Give us half an inch, and we've taken all of you. We've taken the fucking moon. That's
Yeah.
what we've done.
That's it. Yeah, the thing is we egg each other on, and David, you love it, so you also go along with it. That's what I love about it. Is that you're the same as me, where like in front of people, I'm like, you pains in the asses. I can't believe you. But behind the scenes, it's like that was awesome.
Yeah. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, this is it. It's like
In the end, I really enjoyed running that finale. It was so fun. And I'm really excited for people to see the rest because things get real.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they really do.
It's
I mean, they got real at the end of this one, to be honest.
exactly.
They did. I mean, there's like, but this is like the warm up.
That's true.
It's kind of like, oh, that's a lot. And then you go, this next part, you're gonna, oh shit, okay. Like it just kind of scales up, which is, I'm glad it went quite well in that respect. Actually, I really enjoyed that.
I can't actually remember where the 2-3 divide was
So
between the two, episode 2 and 3. Obviously, you can't say that now because that would be a spoiler.
Yeah.
But,
But I can tell you that I didn't have to like sometimes when we've like done long filming sections, you have to kind of manufacture an ending or a middle somewhere. But we did actually ended up that we did stop for, I think it was the camera ran out of film, if you remember that moment.
Yeah.
That's
recorded so long.
Yeah,
we used up over 5 hours of footage,
and that's the middle of the last episode. So there was a little stop before that where I could cut, and then that's where the episode would start up again. So yeah, I know what you mean, but somehow it worked out that it was roughly about right. We ended up having 5 breaks, so we had everything that we needed to make 3 roughly 2-hour long episodes, which I mean, I don't think that was even the goal to begin with. We were talking about doing all sorts of different things, but it kind of just worked out that way to
Yeah, no, I was definitely keeping an eye on the time and trying to structure in a way that, okay, we're definitely going to go over, so let's kind of just find an actual pause here.
Yeah.
So I was actually doing that while we're doing the other bits, so I'm glad it's not major editing life difficult.
No, I mean, no, not really. I mean, I think I said to you, yeah, I think I said to you, David, the one thing that I noticed, and I have tried to deal with it wherever I can do, is of course you're standing up and you're really enjoying it, you're getting into it, and unfortunately where our camera was, it cut off your head. So
I'm right here.
So I had to basically re-input the sort of camera. So using the sort of original footage from the camera itself to get your head back in, and there is an area, unfortunately, where we ran out of film where your head is a little bit cut off, which I couldn't do anything about. I only had one thing to work from. So. But
the main thing's happening in the board. You don't
exactly.
My voice.
Yeah, but it's still fun to have you there.
It's good to have people in though, because staring at it, the thing is, if you turn up on that stream out of context and all you see is a board, then that's nothing to engage with, whereas seeing people, that is something to engage with.
Definitely.
So I think good call to like go the extra mile, and thank you for going the extra mile, but I think we knew it was such a long stint. And we were just playing the game. It's very hard to produce a thing and play the game at the same time.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, I think we had 1 or 2 moments. In fact, one of them's in the thing I put out, which is like the crazy ramblings that we had during the day, which are just like little bits that we caught on camera before we even started the filming. There's one bit where I'm just going to you, Dave. I'm like, is that recording? Is everything all right? And then you're like, God, you're so bossy. And you're right, I was. But it's only because I was like, I don't want us to miss this completely. But yeah, you're right, I was bossy.
You got to get shit done, man.
Hell yeah.
You got to get shit done.
Yeah. I was being bossy under the guise of trying to be helpful.
No, man, gotta get shit done. That's how you do it. You say, do this, do this, do this. Yeah. And then it happens.
Yeah. But good episode. Honestly, this episode was really, really fun.
Yeah. This was a really fun. I mean, the whole campaign, honestly, the whole campaign has been so much fun.
Oh, God, yeah. I agree.
This season has been amazing. And it's a shame that it's ended.
Yeah.
Because I look forward to playing more.
I'm 100% with you there. I can't wait to see what happens next. I think it ended at a point where it's just like, oh, that's where we're ending. It was just like, wow.
It was a spicy meatball.
Yeah, wasn't it just? Oh, God. I mean, I've now put together everything, so all the episodes are finished, so they're good to go out. So, Josh, you can chill. You don't have to rush your stuff, which is lovely.
Actually, I will say, when I'm in Scotland next week, because I'm actually on annual leave and I don't have any responsibilities, although I'll still be checking in. I will be editing. I did take with me to Scotland my laptop so that I can edit Dick Compliant Human Man.
Part 2 of that. So
part 2 of Dick Compliant Human Man.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll sit and start working on my campaign for D&D as well, because got around to it, yeah.
We'll get you into the narrative space when you're up here with us in terms of working with characters.
Exactly. I think this is it, because I do such a technical job at the moment that like my head is in technical land.
Yeah.
I need to re-engage the creativity.
Yeah, that's your warm up in the morning. While we're warming up your bodies, you're warming up your mind with D&D creation.
Yeah. Oh, I said that right. That's great.
Yeah.
Great. I mean, to be honest, it's not as if there's nothing. I mean, you've both got characters
Yeah.
ready, so
True.
it's not like there's nothing, and that there's been stuff for it for like a year and a half or something. But
Yeah, it's
insane to think about.
It's the time thing, isn't it? It's finding the time. That's always the difficult thing. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I've put together some more stuff for lasers, so there is an episode ready. You know, we'll all have a chat and see when we're available. I think there's going to be 3 more episodes. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, kind of work that out. And starting to put together maybe another gravity rip.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. I've got an idea because Kyle wants to join us, so I've got an idea for something a little bit to change things up a little bit, and I hope it's going to be really fun. But knowing you guys, you're going to completely not ruin it. Actually, that's not the word. Subvert it straight away, and it's going to become something where I'm like, why did I do that? But
I love Doug Macheski, so that's fun.
Oh yeah. And to be honest, all 3 characters are great. Dread and Jeremy Barkston. Jeremy Barkston is just one of the greatest puns I think we've ever come up with, to be honest. But they're all incredibly fun. So I can't wait.
I think for me, I can have. So for me, I'm in like one-shot territory. So like the Gnome Paladin one.
Course,
We've also got. We can also do a time flux at some point.
Yes.
Because rules again, and I've definitely after even Eyes of the Dark, even Critical Role, taking inspiration from Blades in the Dark, kind of Obscura. Dice pool system might work for time flux.
I've not watched any. I've not had time.
No, they use a dice pool system, so I think that would actually work a bit better.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by it. I've not watched any yet.
So
I've not watched any. I've done nothing those past couple of weeks. I've just worked or driven to places. That's basically it.
Oh, wow.
Well, the rules.
The Lake District, that was nice.
Yeah, you did.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I decided to take a detour on Saturday when we were driving up via the Lake District. And, talking of Gravity Rip, lots of country roads around the Lake District.
Oh, yeah.
60-mile-an-hour roads, nothing on them. Lots of turns, lots of corners. Fun as hell.
Yeah.
Fun as hell. I enjoyed that a lot.
Yes, I think I remember
Super fun.
Top Gear going to some roads around there and really enjoying themselves. Yeah.
Very enjoyable. And just like beautiful scenery and like good driving. So that was a nice little respite, mostly for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if poor Alice enjoyed. No, I think she did.
she was sort of holding on for dear life. Yeah.
There's always a part of you when you're doing that kind of shit of like, are you showing off? Are you being a show off? No, it's just me just having fun on my own.
Yeah,
I'd have done that on my own. I'd have been perfectly happy.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, it's always nice to get the car out and just sort of whip it around a few roads. I know exactly. What you mean.
I mean, yeah, when you spend so much time driving in London and it's just go half a meter and then park, and then half a meter and then stop, and then half a meter. And...
Yep.
And it's just like
yeah.
Yes, speed.
Yep, I get that. It's a good time. Shall we talk about one more thing in D&D, which I think is the thing we have to talk about, which is what happened with Death Cap at the end there.
I was genuinely sad.
Me too. I will say, for my character, I genuinely thought I'd be able to save him, and you mentioned that after like I sort of like I might stay behind. Everybody else is left, but I could probably stay behind, and it's going to be tight, but I could probably just about get away with this. And then you mentioned about another one and another one. I was like, okay, no.
When you started running and seeing the doors closing and where Death Cat was, you knew he had no chance.
Yeah.
Because he's a big bulky marshmallow. He's not really got speed on him.
Well, not anymore. He's not.
He went to a dead stop.
Yeah. I mean, I was there's a moment where I'm just silent trying to work it out for a while, and I knew I had the 45 feet from my boots of, as I call them, the boots of Cool and Awesome, because I can never remember the name of them. Sturdy? No, I can't remember. But that give me a little bit extra, and I knew, like you said, I had the action as well, so that's another 30 feet to movement action. And I was
it
like,
would have been a very tricky story if you had to have those boots, to be honest.
know, but I just thought if I could just pick him up over my shoulder, but then I thought you lose half of your movement, don't you? And I was just like, it just can't happen. Like I was trying to think of, so like, I've got my wings that come out. I'd already used them earlier because I was showing off, and like so you
had 6 seconds to do something about it.
Yeah,
in these rounds there's 6 seconds. You have 6 seconds to do something, because even if you realize who's got and you try to pick him up, by the time you've done that,
that's right, it would have been shot. I mean, it just it's such a sad moment. It's like, a character that we've known
genuinely.
Yeah,
and I think as Kyle bonded with Deathcap quite quickly.
Exactly.
Belize. I was like, oh, well, that's actually quite sad. To be honest, to be really honest, more sad than Breeze.
Yeah, I actually agree. I think we might have had, because really we've had him in most episodes from about episode 5 of season 1 onwards, something like that. So we've had him for longer than we've had Breeze. I actually agree with you. I always look back on Breeze and go,
you agree with me? That's terrible.
I agree. No, because I always look back on Breeze and go,
that was your son.
And but I look back on that character.
Brendan's a dickhead of a dad, basically. So far.
But I look back on that character and I just think, I know it just wasn't the right character for me at that time. But it's still my first ever D&D character, so I'm giving myself a bit of slack.
Really hard character creation. To be honest, I don't think I really engaged with Runt until season 2, where I found where I wanted that character to be.
I think it takes a couple of episodes, even with Critical Role, it takes them a while to get their dynamics. Any D&D table, to be honest.
I think the person that got their character straight away was Ben, wasn't it? And he snapped that. He was just straight in there. And I know it's sort of a version of Sir Julian, but it's a slightly more sadistic, evil version of Sir Julian, and I love it. It works so well. And I think he got that so quick.
Dancing dressage
lights.
The fact is, but I liked from Ben. It was quite cool to see Ben go their little spiders.
Yeah. Well, I put that clip as
building on the relationship he's been Ben and Ronald.
Yeah.
And now he's being little spy. Like there's some character development and relationship development that's happening here. It's really interesting.
That's right. I mean, it's just a really fun sort of character, to be honest. Now we've given him that spider and stuff, it's Ronald feels like part of the gang now. You're just like, oh god, Ronald, oh no, don't get into trouble. I
enjoy playing Ronald, to be fair. I get really into it. Like
he's just
we can see.
He just has those perfect sarcastic moments, but it's just but he's so innocent. That's the thing. Whereas No Name is, the exact opposite, where he's like, he's just like, I will fight you. I will. Exactly. Yeah. It is very love hate, isn't it? He's like, look, if you piss me off, I will fight you. It's just so fun. Oh god. I
have an argument with your sword.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I now look back on it because originally that sword went to Nightbreeze, and I look back on it now. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I couldn't see it working the way it does with Leamington. It works so well with him, compared to how it would have gone with Nightbreeze. So I'm so
companion. It's the perfect relationship.
Yes,
really.
Exactly.
It's very Leamington.
Yeah, exactly. It is. It really is, and it's kind of blossomed over the season, which I think is really.
I think
fun.
If just as a fun thought, like if Breeze was still live and interacting with No Name, I think he'd be like the No Name would be like, why am I fucking working with this fucking guy?
Yeah,
like Leamington, he kind of. Sometimes you're okay, man. Like the line I said in the other one. Sometimes you're just a dick.
Yeah.
So he kind of likes Leamington, and there's points where he's just like, man, I just have to turn around and you'll die. And whereas Nightbreeze, I think he was just. I think if the Squid Things didn't kill Nightbreeze, the No Name would have.
Yeah. Do you know what? I get that. He wouldn't have had any respect for him, would he? He would have been like, just let me do it, you know? Because Nightbreeze.
Bye.
Yeah.
Like he will refuse to come out.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, no. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question, David, on Death Cap?
Yes.
Death Cap's death.
Mhm.
Death Cap retention. When did you decide that was going to be the sequence? Because it felt to me like Ben started the door closing, and your brain went tick 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 tick. Oh, that's something that could happen, rather than it being something that was like super pre-planned. I assume obviously all the other like Moth Boys were somewhere in the ether anyway. But was that something that clicked in the moment, or was that something that you had pre-planned?
Well, it was all going to be depending if you convinced him. It was easier because you kind of convinced him before to come before, but the check kind of failed there. It was really, and I'll say like it's kind of bittersweet because Leamington effectively lied him to his death.
I mean,
Like
it's not that surprising, though, is it?
him. No, but it's kind of like, oh fuck, like, you know, you just lied to him because out of care for his little friends, his fellow friends, and then you get him
Hey.
to shut the door on him.
Yeah.
Like that's I'm interested how your characters will feel about that in season 3, like, or whatever. Like, how does that? Because there's how does that conversation start?
Yeah.
Like, be interesting.
Well,
you overestimate the power of our characters.
Yeah, and remembering what the hell
Complicated
happened.
Emotional conversation.
Yeah, I know.
Carl!
Oh!
Hello.
Good to have you, mate. Good to have you.
Wait, Rob.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh, yes! It's the sign.
Parking sign, babes.
Yes. Thank God.
Love a little cycle lane.
How you doing anyway?
pedestrians only.
Oh,
This is new. So this
Yeah.
is
What
as
is that?
world as possible. It's,
Oh.
well.
sorry,
Wow.
just learning new things on my
That's all right.
commute time.
I'm trying to
How
reckon.
are you?
Very good, thanks.
Good,
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
We're tired.
Mm.
Well, I'm tired. Actually, the others are also tired.
Nah, fine.
I'm 33 for the final day.
Oh, I'm 33 for like the 5th day or something.
Oh yeah, of course that was.
We're the same age for just this little gap.
Mm,
But literally, we have what 6 days where we
Yeah.
are the same age.
mm. I forgot
Yeah.
you were the old man of the group, Kyle.
What?
I forgot you were the
What?
old man. You're the old man, right?
What?
Are you
No, I can't tell if that's just a feign against the joke or if he genuinely can't.
Yeah.
All right.
Just annoyed with me now. Look, he's not even talking
It's
anymore.
very ignorable joke.
Yeah.
So, you know,
What joke?
he called you the old man of the group, is what he called you.
David.
No.
No, me.
We have a podcast. We have a podcast.
Ackers did.
No,
Did
D-
you want me? Oh, Ackers did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need.
David,
There
I'm
you
sorry. I apologise.
There you go.
Da-
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Ackers.
Yeah.
Watch yourself, bitch.
David
You
would
idiot.
never say that because you guys are working together. I need nothing from you, Kyle, so I know I can say whatever I like.
You sound like a robot in my ears. I can't understand.
Oh,
What?
really? Yeah.
You are quite muffled across Discord,
Yeah,
but it
sorry.
sounds fine.
I know I'm all right
I
on the
can hear
stream.
it
Yeah.
from the other room,
D-
so I can tell
yeah.
you that it's fine in there.
Yeah, I know that
Oh,
there's some issue. Sorry about that. I don't know. Yeah, for you guys, what that is, but
I think it's a
Well,
Discord
Rob,
specific thing.
look in a mirror. Of course, there's issues.
Yeah.
Ooh.
fair.
Ooh.
I can't say much. Yeah. Yeah.
Coming from the old man of the group, bitch. Wise,
That's an old man bird.
seasoned.
That's some
Old
old
bird.
spice right there.
Old Spice.
That joke was so bad, the police arrived.
Sorry, we have to take you away. That was absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
5-year sentence.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, officer. I was talking to my friend who has an affiliation with road signs.
Mm.
I'll tell you what, Kyle, whilst you're with us... Oh, hey, there it is. Whilst you're with us, what are your thoughts on Deathcap leaving this realm?
Not that. Yeah, sad.
I love Deathcap. Like, I didn't even know Deathcap until
I mean, loved.
Marshmallow Mushroom Hands or whatever it was.
Mhm.
Like, that was just like David. David's voice as well. The way that David like played Deathcap. Oh, I fell in love with him, and I'm like heartbroken that he's gone. Heartbroken.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Us too.
Oh, don't, David. Don't bring it back for us.
What?
Marshmallow.
He's doing the voice, Kyle. He's doing the voice. Yeah, awesome character. He's probably the first genuine character, like somebody who you get, what he is what you get, kind of thing. Whereas everybody else seems to have a little bit of a hidden agenda, a little bit of something else about them. It's the first one where you're just like, yeah, he is him, and yeah,
He's just a lovely mushroom boy.
Yeah.
And now he is
Marshmallow Mushroom Hands.
yeah.
And now he's dead.
Now he's dead. There you go.
Like, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I said to Akers, like, during the episode, you just see me going, I'm absolutely in love with it. And I think what was weird is, like, I was falling in love with David because David was playing Deathcap. So I was like, David, why?
David with his little eyebrows. Yeah.
And now, and then he killed him.
Yeah.
So rude.
Yeah. Here you
Love
go.
love is cruel.
What I did love, like, this is random, but when David was telling us about the blade of grass that the other people do, I can't remember the name. They do D&D on YouTube, and he was talking about consent.
Oh, yeah, Henry Crabgrass. Yeah.
Gosh, yeah.
No.
World's greatest NPC.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
It's a really good. It's a really. I mean, that's a tough voice to do. It's like something like that. Similar vibe.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Honestly, find the clip. It's fantastic.
I
You
wouldn't
don't need
mind.
context for it.
Obviously, my phone was listening to the whole conversation because then they popped up on my YouTube feed.
Of course.
And I'd never seen it.
obviously.
Sounds about right.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, this is the modern way. You can't. You don't have your devices on because they're fucking listening.
Yeah. Yeah. It knows.
You can turn them off on settings to stop listening and
With a hammer.
suggestive ads and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, so I was going to say put more fuel on instead of like.
So there you go for everybody at home. What you should be doing is not watching us because now you're going to get Henry Grabgrass stuff coming up.
Yeah.
You're going to start getting D&D as your only fucking...
I mean, to be fair, Critical Role are the biggest D&D channel, so chances are that anything related to D&D that you've searched for and that's just triggered
It's going to give you the most popular thing.
a million things. Yeah.
I put us down as a close second. So
Yes. Second or third or 249,000.
that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. I mean, I do want to watch it, but at the same time, I need to watch our episode first to refresh my memory.
Yeah, that's true.
That is the thing.
You need to get the Dropout app so you can watch the drag show, the drag D&D.
When I tell you, like, I need to see it. I need to fucking see it.
I wonder when it's coming out. I've got the app, so...
It does look genuinely quite fun. So this is this Critical Role or is it?
Would it be Dimension 20?
Dimension 20, yeah. So
Dimension 20, yeah.
You showed us
The other really big ones.
Yeah, but you showed us a like a trailer for it, and it genuinely looks really fun. So this is drag queens, but they're playing D&D, and it's just they're just having a laugh with it the whole way through, aren't they? It seems so. It just seems exactly like what you'd expect.
It's out today. Nice.
Wow.
Love it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'll be watching that tomorrow.
if you think about it, drag queens are basically D&D.
Yeah, it's sort
They
of
create a
LARPers.
character,
Yeah.
they create an entire persona and go out into the world and
Yeah.
slay. Like,
Yeah, it's sort of LARPing, isn't it? You know, the live action role playing side of things, to an extent. I mean, I feel like that's maybe not giving it enough credit. But
Mulligan's done a lot of LARPing actually as well. He leads like summer camps for kids and stuff.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's made me remember something. There's a LARPing.
You want to go LARPing? Is that what you said?
No, actually, I was gonna mention a game that does a really good version of a LARPing thing called Life is Strange. I think I may have mentioned it on the channel before, but at some point, I'm really interested in actually putting that up. It's probably about 2 hours long, but it turns into something so good. Like, I don't know if you've seen the newest one, which is True Colors, but they turn LARPing into something you're just like, oh wow, yeah.
I think I saw it free, Life is Strange, at some point and downloaded it. I haven't got around to playing it yet.
The original was fantastic. Carl was upside down for a second. I was like, huh?
Big old shard.
Yeah, right up the shard. Yeah. And yes, so yeah, the original's really good, but this new one, the True Colors one, is the one that has the just you can't do this.
Action. He's
he knows how to entertain me. That's the problem. Oh gosh. All right.
It's gonna be.
I was at that station not that long ago.
What, today?
London Bridge. I commuted to London Bridge.
Right, gentlemen. Would you like
Yes.
a present? It's not a present because it's kind of mentioned in the scroll. We do have a trailer.
You've got scroll, don't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've done a bit of work.
Wait.
Are you interested at all in a trailer? Obviously, I'll hold off for a second for you, but
Sure.
yeah.
Wait.
Carl,
I'll
you
take
don't
free
like trailers,
trailer.
do you?
Wait.
Don't
you dare!
No, we're doing it now. We're doing it right now. No, I shall hold off for you until you're ready. This is now. I'm going to talk about this trailer for a moment before we start it, which is so. The last trailer, Kyle.
I think Carl's pretty happy.
Yeah. So the last trailer we did, I put a bit of extra. It's really getting to me now. Like it's, I'm like a little baby with, like, you know, one of them mobiles that's going more. I want to see it again. The last trailer I put out for D&D episode 9, I went a little over the top with the trailer, just because I thought, it's the last, few episodes. I thought this could be really fun if we overdo it.
I've not seen that trailer because I wasn't here.
Oh, you should have a look. Anyway,
it's on YouTube. I need to watch it.
By the way, swear to God.
Yeah.
Really good.
Anyway, I thought. So everybody texted me and went, "Oh, wow, this is something different." I was like, "I've got to outdo myself." So I've really tried to outdo myself.
Yeah, you set the bar high.
I know, but I think this is genuinely, the best trailer I've ever made.
Okay. I thought it's just the word "watch D&D" and that's it.
It is that, yeah. So bear with me for a moment. If you're not happy with it, then I will throw myself from this building. But I'm really pleased with it. Are we ready to watch it?
Yes.
Oh yes. Okie dokie. Everybody enjoy. This is episode 10 trailer for D&D. Here we go. Alrighty, sorry about that. For some reason there's no sound. I'm just working on that. Genuinely no idea why there's no sound on that one. Because it should be coming through all right. I will. I shall work away in the background. Just try and work that one out.
Have a look. Sorry, technicals. Have a look in OBS at the levels on the scene with the trailer in, and check that the trailer's got the sound levels up.
Yeah,
if it does,
it does. Yeah.
Try reloading the file.
There we go. Well, I shall give that a go then, and we'll try it out again. But yeah, no, the levels looked okay. But of course,
things that I do behind the scenes when the trailer doesn't work.
Exactly. There you go.
So David, how's Sanctuary going? Rehearsal?
It is good. We are smashing through the shit and the things. Yes, and more team members is fun.
Ooh.
So all the new peeps, it's been really great, and starting to build EQ a bit more out. I was talking about, we've got mental health arts coordinator on the team now, trying to build up what we do, and then just try and make the culture better, really, and trying to and take some more hats off me.
Live, laugh, love that.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So no, it's been going really well. Thank you.
Alrighty.
And I will join them soon.
I am going to give
Yes.
this another go, guys. If it doesn't work, we will come back,
Alright.
and I can always
Let's
stick it out on
try.
YouTube, can't
Go.
I? So, right, here we go, here we go.
We're back for part 2. Hi.
I call to order the Council of
Dick.
Call me Raymond and I'm feeling frosty.
I'm getting creative this time, bitches.
Who are we taking on? Which army?
Light the beacons!
Hello, brothers.
An outline
Breeze.
of a breezy person
Oh, yes. I knew it. Did you get it? Do I need to make it to the door? You idiot! You're gonna have that. We don't have the budget for the fucking maps, okay? Hurry the fuck up!
David, remember, we are all friends here.
You were all talking shit to me earlier.
Well, you know, we can either go across the bridge of death or not. So I
Bridge of Death, you say?
Ep9.
Oh,
No, that's not in English. I need some information. That's the trailer. It's just that bit.
Hello, my player.
why are we blowing up the bridge?
Yeah.
Because I like blowing up. You.
Yes. Die.
This is a disaster. Natural plan.
This is actually a disaster.
Oh, you go unconscious.
yeah.
Time's a ticking.
That is a
Yes!
Boosh!
I'm so sorry I let you all down.
Motherfucking Mind Flayer.
Hell yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
L Mind Flayer, that's fun.
Do you know what?
Carl can watch that later. But it was
Yes.
good. Yeah, you've come a long way.
Thank
Come a long
you.
way.
Yeah, I worked hard on that one. That trailer, I've had it for a little while, and I keep watching it back, and I'm like, oh, that's quite good, isn't it? So, yeah, hopefully you got that at home as well. But, yes, we will definitely put that out on YouTube in a couple of days' time, to keep an eye out. And
You've
of
learned the
course-
secret of finding really overly dramatic music to
Yes.
put underneath it, instead of just using bits of like classical stuff.
That's right, yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing is as well, is it's a bit longer. You know, there was a lot to take from those episodes,
Yeah.
to be honest. Particularly this middle one. I'm going to say now, it's been my favourite to edit
Ooh,
of all the episodes, and
that's a spicy meatball.
it's also my favourite episode of D&D we've ever done.
Ooh.
It might be my favourite episode of all time. It
Ooh.
is an absolute,
Say less.
yeah.
I can see. The thing is, I remember the day of recording. I can't remember where stuff falls.
Yes, I know. Obviously, yeah. There's a lot going on, but this
Yeah.
I won't say where it ends, but yeah, there's a
I need to watch back the first one because I didn't watch it because I wasn't here.
yeah.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. Sorry.
I
Carl.
remember.
Absolutely fine.
I pretty much remember the entire storyline, apart from. Wait, Rob, is this part 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Is this the part that I love the most?
Possibly.
Could be, huh?
Yes. I don't want to.
Wait. We have 3 parts.
Yes, that's
There
right.
is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we've done the first part. The second part is what we're trailering.
Yes, that's
Yes.
right. Yeah.
And then, okay. So this is the one where we're all just like shenanigans having a laugh and it's not initiative, right?
Yes, correct. You are right. You are right.
Okay.
Yes. Particularly in
So-
the first half, there are moments where I think David was like, Are you going to do something? We're just like, no. That was really
Okay.
good.
It
Yeah.
starts to.
I remember that.
Return.
Yeah.
David's like, anyone.
Yeah,
Anyone
yeah,
wanna
yeah,
do
yeah. But we just had some.
someone
Yeah,
do something.
yeah. The first half of this episode is us just having so much fun.
I mean, this is it.
whilst
If you do
David-
nothing bad can happen.
That's it.
So.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. It's just whilst David
Unfortunately,
gets
that's
more
not how life works, as they find out.
Yeah.
Have
There is a really funny moment though, David, where you
console resolve, motherfuckers.
But you basically just go, you know what? Screw it. Stuff's going to happen. So you just decide, right, this thing is happening now. Like, we've had enough of sitting here with doing.
I mean, it's like things happening in real time.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
got to, you know.
Yeah. No, you're
That's
absolutely
fine.
right. But
Yeah.
I mean, so much fun.
Mm.
That's all I know. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
From memory, so much fun. I can't wait to see the trailer.
Oh yeah. I think you really
Good
enjoy
one.
it. Alrighty. Anything else before we finish off, gentlemen?
Yes. I have to tell you, I cannot tell you how much joy that little beginner, novice, intermediate idiot brings me. Like, I cannot tell you how much I sit there and watch it on repeat and just cackle every fucking time. So much joy.
So that's I haven't put it out on.
Now.
I haven't actually put it out on YouTube yet because it's actually part of the 3rd episode. So I thought I'd hold
Right.
it back. But this is a short that I've put together, so you will see a short come up in a few weeks' time. Of yes, a little thing that Kyle does, and it's very funny. It's only a few seconds long, but really funny. It just made me cackle. I was actually editing the episode, and I just went, I can make that a short. So it's really good. So yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to see it ahead of YouTube, it's on my socials.
You, oh my God, how
Oh yeah,
dare you?
You don't know this because you're not on Instagram.
Nope.
Not bad.
Wow. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, there you go. An exclusive from Mr. Kyle, if you want to see it.
Kind Nickel 2.0. You can follow me on Instagram, and you can see it there.
There you go.
Yeah, it brings me so much joy, so much happiness.
Yeah.
And it's just like I need to give Rob his flowers. Like, where flowers are due, I need to give them. He on the spot came up with a punchline that just got me together. It was perfect.
Yeah. It was just, it was just like there wasn't. You'd gone up in stages, and there wasn't a stage for me, and I was just like, yeah, I think I know what this is.
Because I remember I was literally about to go second intermediate. You're quite well versed in it now, especially as you edit all of the D&D. So I was like, oh, but you just came out with a cracker. So watch it on the shorts. Get some likes, guys. It's fucking hilarious. Comedy gold. The only thing that is missing from that clip is David isn't in the clip.
Yeah, it was only because I was keeping it really short. That's all it was. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's other shorts which we may or may not be working on, which David might be in. So I suppose we'll see. Yeah.
It is the known format.
Yes.
The very short vertical video.
The problem with that is, of course, we shoot everything not vertical, and it actually takes a lot of work. Kyle again getting me.
He's off.
Yeah. But
Round
it's surprisingly a lot of work to from scratch to turn something like that's in the format we have it in at the moment into sort of vertical. It's actually, it seems simple. You just think, take that video, turn it into vertical, but you have to keep switching things around, moving things around. That 6 seconds is about 6 different cuts. And also a movement of the camera having to move back across as well.
You're doing some Dick and Pline is what you were doing.
Yeah. But it was actually, it takes a few, a good amount of time to get that all together. But yeah. Hopefully we'll get a few more shorts out, or some shorts out because we haven't got any yet.
I'm really intrigued to see how they do because it is the algorithmic video format.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah,
So
Algorithmic. That's a great band name, Algorithmic.
Algorithmic.
Yeah. All right.
I'm right.
Alrighty, gentlemen. I have one or two things I wanted to talk about when we're off air. So shall we finish off there?
Sure.
Yeah.
Shall we end with the trailer again?
Sure.
Does anyone want to see it again? All right then. God, if I have to. Well, yes.
Carl.
Coral.
I'll wait till we start the trailer.
Yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Apologies that you had me for a little while. God, what a terrible start to the stream. The worst one, let's be honest. But yeah, thanks you guys for turning up. I really appreciate that because I was flying by
I
the
was
seat of my
rushing
pants.
to get there, and then I saw you with your Akazali. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's good.
I overdid. I definitely overdid.
Okay.
You knew you were in safe hands. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Have a brilliant rest of the week, and we will see you again very soon. And here comes the trailer once more.
We're back for part 2. Hi.
I call to order the Council of
Dick.
Call me Raymond and I'm feeling frosty.
I'm getting creative this time, bitches.
Who are we taking on? Which army?
Light the beacons!
Hello, brothers!
An outline
Breeze.
of a breezy person
Oh, yes. I knew it!
Did you get it? Do I need to make it to the door? You idiot!
You're gonna have that.
We don't have the budget for the fucking maps, okay? Hurry the fuck up!
David, remember, we are all friends here.
You were all talking shit to me earlier.
Well, we can either go across the bridge of death or not. So
Bridge of Death, you say?
Ep9.
No,
No, that's not in English. So I need some information.
that's the trailer. It's just that bit.
Hello, my player.
Why are we blowing up the bridge?
Yeah.
Because I like blowing up. You.
Yes. Die.
This is a disaster. Natural one.
This is actually a disaster.
Oh, you go unconscious.
Yeah.
Time's a ticking.
That is a
Yes! Yes!